Hi, how you doing? This is a little fuse, Hersee brand, 75920 master disconnect. You'll notice nice big bright red knob, easy to see, easy to tell, off, on. You can tell whether this device is off or on across the maintenance yard. Nice big handle, easy to handle with gloves, plastic, won't corrode. Also notice it has a built-in lockout feature. So for OSHA Lockout Tagout, it takes the lock directly into the switch. It'll also handle a clip. So you can put multiple locks on to power down a vehicle for OSHA Lockout Tagout. Again, available in a couple different ways. We have it either off and on in English, or we have 0 and 1 for international symbols. And on the back end, you notice a nice big divider to prevent shorting. We have both 3/8" studs and also new M10 metric studs available. It's undergone a wide variety of testing. It is IP68 sealed. It's even better sealed than IP67. That IP68 testing involved heating and cooling the switch and then dunking it into room temperature water. And even with that heating and cooling, it didn't suck any water inside. So it's very sealed, very robust, great for those tough applications. We have customers who now use this because they had switches that were rotting off because of the new road salts. This device has been tested extensively against the new road salts, and it will survive that material. Master disconnect switches are used to cut off all power to the vehicle in case of emergency. They are also used in some cases for, as I said, for OSHA Lockout Tagout for safety, so you shut off all power during maintenance. They're also used as battery protection, so you don't run down battery with parasitic loads during off times. And finally, they can also act as an extra level of safety because you can put the lock on and prevent a joyrider from breaking in and using your expensive piece of construction equipment. Typical applications for this device are heavy trucks, construction equipment, ag equipment. We even have it on some smaller construction equipment where the stuff is stored for a long time and you want to shut off the battery so it doesn't run down. Pretty much any kind of large vehicle that you have to shut off power to do maintenance on, or that's going to be sitting for a long time. If you have a particular vehicle that's a specialty vehicle that's only used, say, in one season or in a couple seasons and sits the rest of the year, a master disconnect is a fairly inexpensive way to shut that thing down and maximize the battery life so you don't have to work as hard to start it when you go to use it in the right season. One of the interesting things about this product is you notice there's no second nut. Most master disconnects, you said, have two nuts here. The first one on the bottom is to hold the stud into the base. That can never be removed. In this case, we've actually permanently affixed the stud to the base. You don't need to have a second nut. So while it looks like we have less thread than some of those guys, if you look at the effective thread, we have as much, if not more effective thread than any other master disconnect. And that direct connect surface between this stud and our contact area gives us much better resistance, much lower resistance to electrical flow, so that we get 300 amps out of a 3/8" stud when the rest of our competitors have to go up to an M10 or up to a 1/2" stud to get 300 amps. As you can see, I have my Calibrated Hammer. I should have a sticker on someplace, but it's a typical scientific piece of equipment. This product, again, put it up against metal, as you can see. No problem. You try and do that with a metal master disconnect, you're going to end up with a dented housing, potentially interference with the moving parts, and you also will damage the casing and hurt the corrosion resistance. This is just moved a little plastic. Works fine, runs fine, really strong product. You can see I've actually broken the stone, but I haven't broken the switch.